Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning. I am Carol Williams, and we are back with another edition of Beyond the Soundbite, where we talk about all things U.S. immigration. Of course, the first thing I want to talk to you all about is the H-1B lottery. Last weekend, USCIS ran a second lottery for this particular fiscal year upcoming. And they told us they were running it. Of course, they didn't tell us exactly when they were running it or how long it would take them to run it, but more selections were made last weekend, and they announced on Monday that they had finished the second running of the lottery. So if last week you have not logged into your MyUSCIS account since the first initial lottery back in March, I highly recommend that you log back in, check your lottery, and see if the status has changed from submitted to selected. If the status is now saying selected, then you indeed were chosen in that second lottery that they just ran and just finished, and now you're eligible to file your full H-1B application. So a lot of people are asking me and always ask when it comes to the H-1B lottery, what's the data? How many lottery registrations do they pick? All the numbers, try to figure out, just what the numbers are, if it makes sense for them. So we have some data from USCIS that I wanted to share with y'all. The first lottery, the one that they ran back in March, they chose just over 114,000 beneficiaries in the lottery, which resulted in just over 120,000 selected registrations. So if you're wondering why those two numbers are different and why we have more registrations than we do beneficiaries, it is because this year they chose beneficiaries and not registrations. So if you have one beneficiary that has multiple companies submitting H-1B lottery registrations for them, that is why there are more registrations. And a registration, think of a registration as a company beneficiary pair rather than just the beneficiary. So that's why those numbers look the way that they do, and we have more selected registrations than we do selected beneficiaries. In the second lottery that they just finished last Monday, there were just over 13,000 beneficiaries selected, which resulted in just over 14,000 selected registrations. So those are the numbers. So the second lottery, they chose far, far fewer beneficiaries. So what that means to me is that they are close to reaching the cap. And this was only for the regular cap. Remember that. We talked about that last week. This is the second lottery was only for the regular cap. But because those individuals that qualify for the master's cap, if they are not selected in that master's cap, they are automatically run in the regular cap as well. This means that those folks that qualified for both the regular and the master's cap were a part of this second lottery. So again, check your MyUSCIS account if you haven't. There are always some folks that don't get the notice, they don't know what's happening, they stop checking their accounts, and they reach out literally like the day after the filing deadline. So go back into your MyUSCIS account and check that. News of a third lottery, I do not know. I haven't heard any rumblings about that. Of course, if I hear anything, I will let you know. But as of right now, we are just at the second lottery. So check your MyUSCIS account. Next thing I want to talk to you all about are delayed receipt notices and processing of the filing fees. The filing fees went up April 1 of this year. Shortly after that, right around mid-April, we started to see a slowdown and a delays in getting receipt notices and the government processing the filing fees. This issue has been raised to USCIS. We haven't gotten a sort of definitive response from them. But that said, they look at this data all the time, so they know that they are experiencing a little, bit of an issue in terms of processing the filing fees as well as getting us the receipt notices. Those two are done hand in hand at the beginning of the process when an application is received into the agency. So hopefully they are working on a solution for this and that we will see some of this alleviated soon. This is not happening in all applications and it's not happening in all instances. But if you are experiencing a significant delay in either getting a receipt notice or you notice that credit cards haven't been run that you submitted for your filing fees or checks haven't been cashed, you can't see those being cashed through your bank statement, reach out to the USCIS lockbox. If that is something that you need help doing, my firm is more than happy to help you do that. But there have been some delays. So USCIS is aware of these delays. The next thing I want to talk to you about is a while ago, the current White House administration had or instituted a new parole program for individuals from Haiti, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Cuba. It started off as being a first in and first out kind of processing. Then they switched to a lottery processing of these individuals that would allow 360,000 to come in each year on parole. So as of right now, we've received word that that program has been suspended. We're not quite sure for how long. We're not quite sure if they're going to bring it back. They have suspended it, we are told, due to fraud concerns. And so they are apparently looking at additional security and vetting of the individuals involved in the program. So not quite sure what's happening with that right now. I will definitely keep you updated as I hear anything else, as we get any more news. But as of right now, that program has been suspended because of fraud concerns. So we'll see what happens. So that's where we are with that. Another parole program. This program is supposed to be helping and is slated to help individuals that enter the U.S. without authorization that are now currently married to U.S. citizens. We got a big announcement. They were supposed to start accepting applications August 19th. It is now August 12th. We do not have a published regulation, which we have been waiting for. We don't have definitive instructions from the agency. I have been saying that a summer rollout of this program was incredibly aggressive. The agency has said they're going to start accepting applications August 19th. So August 19th, we're not there yet. We're not at August 19th yet, but we have no instructions on how to file these, where to file these, what the filing fees are. We don't have those instructions yet. So again, I would recommend, if this is something that when you think you're eligible for and you want to pursue it, I would say the best thing you can do now is start to collect your documents. So start to get your birth certificate, your marriage certificate, and any evidence that you have been in the U.S. as of 10 years, beginning June 17th, 2014. That is the best thing that you can do if you believe that you qualify for this particular relief. So that when we do have instructions and a regulation and a form and a filing fee and a location where to file, we can hit the ground running. That is all I have for you this Monday morning. Again, I am Carol Williams with Williams Immigration. This has been another Monday morning edition of Beyond the Soundbite. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday and a great rest of your week.